competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Minnesota Vikings. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports.
Fielded in the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. It completes to Breida. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Breida. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And yet again, he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Tua. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I won't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Taken in the end zone. Yeah, he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Tagovailoa trying again after the pick 6. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Miami.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
At the 42-yard line.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
It's now 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going to try and throw. And they'll find Washington. That's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
First down.
2 and now on 1st down. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 32-yard line.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 2nd down, Tua. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
First down, Dolphins.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. Got an open man, it's Washington. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal.
The kick by Sanders is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
At their own 20-yard line.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Lets it fly for... Well, this is taken in. It's complete. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 37.
As we've seen over the years, offensive coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover and put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Derek Nottie makes the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 30. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Cook. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Bosa on the stop.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
First shot in there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and that'll make it third down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
And that's caught by Smith. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
The end of the first quarter with the score Vikings 7, Dolphins 3.
Back to the ground, Cook. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On second down, Cook. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. But they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Dump off here complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Going deep here for Landry. He's got a man, complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give them 32 on the play.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
2 now on 1st down. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
His first carry, loses the football. The Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
Start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On second down. It's Cook. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football
at their own 48-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. On play action, here's Tua. Buying time to his left. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 3rd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
Their own 16-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They find some open field here. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 25-yard line. And this is caught at the 8. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run with Cook. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They try again with Cook. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
From the 4 now, 3rd and goal. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to break out a 1 one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up fourth.
Joey Sly on for the field goal. A 20-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And it will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. He sets to fire deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
And 5 at the 30-yard line.
Second and 5. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Jerome Baker right there in coverage.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. It's Tagovailoa from his own end zone. And it'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Intended for number 24. Incomplete. It's 3rd down. And
they'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say, we'll see what happens. Oh, had to get it out quickly, but it's blocked. Oh, this is going to wind up a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Cook. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play.
With the score.
So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the... And got his man complete! And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play for the Vikings on 3rd down. 59 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10.
Here's the option.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
At the 23-yard line.
2nd and 13. Touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And that one makes this a 19-point game.
Good. Makes the score Vikings 22, Dolphins 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Grant on the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the secrets.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked off at the 39. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Makes the score Vikings 29.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this goal? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Vikings 36, Dolphins 3.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out at me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was looking for Landry that time, and it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Second down, this time complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. To throw again. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Touchdown, Miami.
Mike Gesicki, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead.
3 weeks, 3 touchdowns. It's obvious they've looked his way early and often in the red zone this year, and that's usually a pretty good place to find a tight end in the NFL.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points.
Sanders to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
10 at the 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Lets it fly for Thielen. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you got to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken in the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Preston Williams.
A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
And
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
for Deontay Johnson.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 28 yards.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. From 19 yards away. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. On this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs for different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
5-yard line. The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Connects here with the tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll look to throw here. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
On 2nd down now, it's caught. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 35. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find the hole.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards.
A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
At the 4-yard line.
From the 4, it's second and a couple. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Vikings 57. Dolphins.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage. He's dropped at the 17.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
And it brings up 3rd down.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
And the Dolphin 1st down.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
20. 1st down, Dolphins.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. On the carry, it's Cook. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. They'll get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
10 at the 45-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Cook. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Today's final score, Vikings 57.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Minnesota, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Dallas Cowboys next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll fall to 1-2. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.